Very low likelihood of explosive cell death. Rather anemic, but at least you'll fit in. Good metabolism. High likelihood of digesting Saltuna. Muscular atrophy is practically a hobby in this colony. A pickpocket par excellence. Cool-headed, and not just because you're frozen. It says you had a habit of snarling at people. That's all right, friend. I'll be the brains for both of us. You could get away with all sorts of illegal activity. You would have made outpost administrator within a year. Like barking orders? Good. We're used to being bossed around. You would have made outpost administrator within a year. You could probably talk your way out of a landing ticket. You'll feel right at home in our Saltuna canneries.
No, I ain't no bitch.
really fast.
Took that to my phone now. Took my laptop phone.
Damn. Yup. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Blocker, I love money, she love me back. Closest thing to me. Come on, why wear they damn dreads like that, man? Shit, Todd, they got a viewer. Get a little bit more hair than that, don't it?
Why you bald? You was bald. Oh, never mind.
Oh, you watching?
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
Where's black hair? Man, that's blue.
Like it.
Ain't got no haircut. They do brown right there. Oh, that's the closest we're gonna get.
That really did go.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Ugh. Initiate skip jump.
Oh, you don't like Star Wars?
No, I do.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Oh, yes, we'll see.
Welding me in here.
Unfortunately, it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. Visible bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
They about to send my ass off.
Remember the hope.
60th anniversary of Hope's disappearance. That's not good.
So you bet.
Oh, that's the name of the ship.
Oh. That,
Can you hear me?
okay.
Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Of course that's all there.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Both microphone and audio gameplay are being broadcast. Okay. Okay.
Huh?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Come out and play. Kill them.
Oh, shoot! Big Polarized, there's a lot of marauders over here. Thank you.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Get away from me! Give me your arm.
Have ammo! Reloading!
Huh? Give me that. What's the other bit? Give me that. No. Should get that helped me the first time. Can't we stand on top of these sleeping wrong? Ray!
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Put elephant? No, probably not. Okay, yeah. Don't touch me there. This is my home. Hey, don't touch me. This is my home. already right here.
Miss Holcomb, I need to explain this to you.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Do you want to kill me?
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform? I don't think
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be alone. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale?
Yes, I am.
Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
I believe it.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost.
Touch me there. This is an honest. Hey. me there. This is my no friend. Hey, don't touch me there. This is my no friend. Hey, don't touch me there. This is. If you want me to be in more of his videos, spam L in the chat. I will. Can't make any promises. Can we not get a car? If not,
Attack!
Fight! Why did he take my stuff? Okay. Got me.
Huh? Come out and play! Attack! Attack!
I need this ammo, please. Drop me some ammo. Drop me some ammo.
It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Like you!
Oh no! Not trust me. Oh, yeah, go follow him on Twitch. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell and like, please.
I smell.
And of course, oh God, where did it even come from? Ray! Okay. Oops. Subscribe and hit the bell.
Winston started watching the
Gonna
phone.
find you.
Where you at? You don't know.
Level, nope. Level, I got you level 2, got you a gun, I got you a new gun, I got you, what? I got you a new gun. I was looking back when I said, like, Tuesday I had that one, like, that far. I said, well, can we not get a car or something?
No, I told you be still.
No, you didn't.
You know to be still. Yeah, I gotta stop broadcasting. Ain't nobody on there. Can't figure out how to do this.
gonna find you!